Oh, remind me before we break down. Remind me to take a picture on that camera for the cover. All right. No, but to get us posing after we done. Yeah. Because they can't lose out on this moment, you know. See what they saying? So obviously we always start with a cold opening. You know, he right here taking his little selfie photos and things like that. It's a very important because we have a very guest. I don't know if you want to raise your mic.
Price is my sorry. Do I? All
right. There you go. His price is his price. But you know,
that's everybody.
That's the mood. You know, I think that's the slogan for
that's an anthem.
That's an anthem. That's
anthem that everybody needs to live by. Don't question on my price. I know why my price is my price.
For real talk.
We done start?
Yeah, we started. No,
we just rolling.
Yeah, we just rolling.
Oh, and then I because I supposed to dive into some conversations.
Go ahead.
Go.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing. All right, we done start. Sorry, y'all didn't tell me. Y'all didn't give it a
no, that's we just having a call. So, go ahead.
My price is my price. On some levels, I think one of the arenas I disagree with it is when it comes to rent. Reason being, I feel like based on these clapboard efficiencies some people love, right? No, let's be real. No, remember when rent was like $400, $500
for an efficiency? Oh, you talking about for like a 2-bedroom?
I just grow up, so I just get into renting and stuff like that. So I know, I feel like some people. Okay, one bedroom, $800, right? Efficiency, they asking for $700, and you look at them and say why, and they can't explain it. And I feel like their prices only going up there because everybody else in that price range, so they just trying to meet where everybody else is, but they don't have the space to. It don't match. The price don't match.
It don't match for the quality because if you if a 1-bedroom is $800,
right?
And if it plush in a nice place, you ain't mind paying that, but you can't $800 in the Grove or something.
$700 and nothing included, and it ain't got no space. You got to walk sideways to get inside and stuff like that. No, for real. So in that instance, your price. No, I ain't.
Word of the day. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
Word of the day. So welcome to the show.
We start strong.
This is the niggas of Nassau, St. Antoine, Alexander, Lord, Jalen, Willard at your service. We have it's the first part of Chosen Few Studios that we're doing. So this is the first episode of year 4. That's the first. We have a whole
Yeah. Are you part of year 4?
Yeah. On the road to 100. So on the road to 100. So countdown. We ain't know what about to happen until we get there. Also, what's different this time is we have a different party in the backyard. So please introduce yourself, sir.
Going on, it's your boy Chris, aka Kilo, aka KEC, aka A Chris, aka not as many AKs as PG. But still AKs.
It's a lot of AKs.
Yeah, but PG is the king of having a bunch of AKs.
Wow.
Oh man.
Let me try.
Hold on.
Let me try. It moving by itself?
No,
just tighten it. AK. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Quay Adley, aka Dasquay, aka Bertram Bubble, aka the Tile King, aka Duppy from Broke Bosses, aka Slim Tech, aka
Goal in your belly.
Goal in your belly, aka don't put pineapple on pizza, aka don't put mayonnaise and Kong salad, aka don't ask me because I ain't got it.
And just like that.
Good?
Yeah, that's good.
I did good?
So, on every episode, well, this man needs no further introduction. The living legend. You know, he then introduced himself for the four. You know, like the baby, like four. So, we always have this special segment called Bahamian Word, Phrase, or Saying of the Day. And we normally give that to our guests.
Okay.
Take it away.
Which camera? Camera 1 or 2?
You can look at this camera.
1.
Yeah.
All right. The Bahamian word for today is your beast. That's the. Can I use it in a sentence?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who got the ball? Who got the ball? Jimmy got the ball. Oh, you can boy some. You can boy some. Your beast. That was more like a sketch. That wasn't even a sentence.
That gave me flashbacks just now.
We were talking, right? Wait, why? It's so much. What I love about Bahamian vernacular. Ask me to spell it.
I don't know.
Exactly made up. What I love about Bahamian vernacular, I hope that's the right word. In the comments, let me know if it's wrong. And spell it in the comments. Is we have a lot of words that we don't know where it come from, but it have meaning, you know.
Have an emotional connection.
Like kapunkalap.
Yeah.
Who think and who thought? Is that a real word?
Who think and who talk?
Who think and who thought about kapunkalap? Is that a real word?
No, I even tried to spell it and someone told me I spelled it wrong.
They say we spelled Bay wrong. Bey, Bei.
Buibouy.
Then I's a Bahamian Bay. Shout out to Cache Instagram page. I's Bahamian Bay. Spell it. Say the real spelling was Beyeh.
Which was spelling beast?
No, bay.
Bay. No, beast is not. Okay, see, beast controversial
But
too.
then-
Because beast is
Right.
Beese or Bei. Sure. Once you say it though, yeah, beast.
Yeah.
But when I
But bay is actually Turkish for, like, if you search up, like, bay, that's a Turkish name for like a lord over an estate or something like that.
What?
But I think
Yeah.
like what really like confused Bahamians was when like Beyonce start shortening her name to B-A-Y.
Bae.
Yeah, and they always like, wait, we say bae, but I ain't really.
Right, I really, yeah, Beyonce, she can't take that from us.
But then Beyonce is like quarter or a third or eighth Bahamian or something like that.
Someone down the line.
They like lie. Everybody trying to be a little piece of Bahamian. Why? No.
So let's get into it. So how did Quay Adley? What was your genesis?
My Genesis, the first book. First book, my Genesis. Where did it all start?
Yeah.
It all started in 2010 when Stop Like a Man came out.
Oh, so you had nothing pre that.
Nothing. I was a quiet and very shy boy growing up. Nobody believed that when I tell them that. I was very quiet.
That's
You can
believable
believe
because people said I was quiet and shy.
No, you
and-
ain't good. Well, I could see it. I could see it. That there was a possible quiet, shy guy in you when you was young.
Yeah.
And you used to sit next to your Grammy quiet and she used to buy a piece of mint, the red and white mint, and then put a piece in your mouth.
That was
And
my
you didn't
my
like
mommy.
it because you want the candy, but it's like, you spit on that Grammy. But you just used to eat it because you was a good kid.
Yeah.
That's how I perceive you. More big
That
words.
was more my mummy than my Grammy though. Shout out Mama. Rest in peace, Mama.
Fo.
For
But yeah, man, I wasn't really doing anything. I was one of those just sitting back watching social media when Facebook was coming around, transitioning from High Five and MySpace and Harbour Hotel.
wow.
You remember Harbour?
Yeah.
Harbour Hotel, I was rich on Harbour Boy. Harbour Hotel, I was transitioning to
MSN
Facebook.
Messenger.
MSN Messenger when you act like you're offline and then put yourself online just so it go. So the people who you want to talk to can message you. You want to message them first, so you just keep going off and online so everybody can see Quay online. But I was watching. That's when Stop Like a Man came out, took the world by storm. Also, I think who's around that time? What do you name? Guess who bought again? Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan
I think
and Marciano.
Marciano.
Yeah.
What's going on, Marciano? He's dance. I think they were doing videos around the time. So
Yeah,
just,
I was doing videos around. I had a whole show around that time.
Really?
Too. Yeah, but I wasn't popular, so those who know.
IYK YK.
Shout out to the Royal Lion Show.
The Royal Line Show.
What the name?
The Royal Line Show.
Royal Line?
Yeah.
Which I was used to talk about, like,
Just
Ancient
say things
Egypt.
like this, or me doing skits, or me having pink hair,
well,
and things
you
like
know,
that.
I started out doing comedy back then too. Nobody used to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't watch it. But more people watch it. Right? So, that came out, everybody freaking out, oh, that's funny, do this.
I can't remember you were
I said
being.
part 2.
Yeah, but I trying to remember which scene. Because I remember you more so in the battle rap stuff.
Right,
like
that was afterwards.
And then
That was the rap
like
battle. That's when Super Hot Fire, remember Super Hot Fire?
yeah, he came back. He
Yeah,
unretired.
I just watched that today
Yeah.
with Blueface.
Yeah.
I just watched that today. I'm thinking it was with him. What do you name? Panda? What do you name?
Yeah, designer.
Designer, right?
Yeah.
So, so I after they released the video, Old Spice was.
Oh, and I remember what scene you was in the car scene with all
There
the
you go. I was gonna get to it. You remember? You remember? Man, to run, man, to run, man, to run, man. Just a car full of niggas. So when that came out, but that's before I even joined, because that's part 2. After part 1, you know, everybody sharing it, everybody acting it out in school.
Which was
everybody
actually
lit.
part 1 was actually a slow burn. It didn't blow up until
What?
like a year later. Part 1 the stuff like it, man.
Right after
Yeah.
part 2.
Yeah.
And then Old Spice had this guy doing his commercials. Look at me. Now look at your man. Now back at me. Now back at your man. You remember that? You don't
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was with Cole.
I know the
not
name.
Cole.
I
He's a
know.
comedian too.
But I know
Dion
the
Cole.
name.
No, Dion Cole is not
but
it. Yeah.
I know the
Yeah.
name. That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I said, let me do one video for fun. I grabbed my little, what I had.
One.
You know, Tingham was popular back then. Razor, Crazer, Pearl, Sliver.
Yeah.
You already know. Razor,
BB
Crazer, Pearl,
Blackberry.
Shine, Blackberry on your BBM, your BBM code, your baby bomber drama. And then I did a video for fun doing a spoof. That's when the word spoof was getting popular of that commercial. And I did it Bahamianized. And for some way, somehow, Tyrone saw it. And he messaged me, he's like, hey, boy, good. That video was creative. That was funny, man. Used to do that kind of stuff. And I done home freaking myself out like this, boy. Stop like him messaging me. Like out of all people, I ain't funny. I ain't no actor. Why he messaging me? He's like, yeah, man. We pass by BFM and come hail me up, man. Come, I want to talk to you about 1 or 2 things. So I was freaking out. They start telling everybody, but stop like him, man. They message me. Stop like him, man. They message me. So I got my BFM, and I learned that Collage Entertainment was more than just comedy videos. There was a ministry. So they used to do like ministry. They used to do stage plays for Youth Alive and stuff like that. So that was right up in my alley, being a church boy, growing up as a church boy myself. So, and I know it was an escape to get away from home. Right? That's a whole different thing. So after that, being in a new environment with a bunch of clowns, a bunch of creatives, a bunch of comedians, a bunch of
break you out your shell.
actors, right?
Okay.
You start to become like your environment. And that's where the shell started to crack and this new Quay started to come from.
Because they, like, in those early days, they always positioned you as, like, this quiet director or prim and proper. So,
They always kind of tied me to the church role.
yeah.
Even for RBP.
Yeah. Please vote.
RBP. Yeah, so they always tied me to the church role just to keep it safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was not, but yeah. That's where I started. That's where they started to culminate by using a lot of big words in a way.
I mean, you have to expand your vocabulary.
Right. They
Like, it can't be short like this. It got to be big.
right. Culminate. Spell it in the comments. But that's where I really got my start. Before then, I was doing little 1 or 2 things in youth meeting. So my leadership skills was already in full swing because I would come up with agendas and programs for youth meeting and stuff like that. And I would run a youth meeting, but I wasn't out there like for the public to see me. I was in a nobody noticed. I was even in like aside from the youth choir, because once you're part of the youth group, automatically you're in the youth choir. But there was a season I was in a gospel rap group.
Oh, so you were spitting them hard bars?
Is it
people
all
to
bars
Christ?
now? Just spitting.
No one ever talks
All over
about
the
the Nassau Christian rap scene.
Right.
like we read too,
My gospel rap career only lasts like.
or even just the rap
months.
scene around that time. Like everybody's trying to rap.
And I don't know why. Do I look like a rapper? Do I look like a rapper to
I
you?
mean, anybody can be. All you need is
I walk
a
up in the
face tat.
shop and I get the Pringles, short 50 cents. Outside, see?
That's a jingle.
Jingles. Because I got coins in my pocket.
And I looking for that coin.
And I'm looking for that coin. August 9, 1991, I was born. I spit that hot fire. I spit that. But yeah, but I was in the rap group and everything. So there was moments where I was in the forefront, but I wasn't really in the forefront. Or I didn't see it as a career path or something I wanted to do. I just did it because my youth leader at the time was like, hey, we want you to do this. And I was like, I don't have my friends, so I don't mind.
So, okay, so I feel like the whole collage wave sort of died down like around 2013.
Yeah.
And so between 2013 and before we get to in 2017, I feel like you established Bertramo, Bubbler, and Unorthodox. It's media or entertainment?
Which one?
Unorthodox.
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 Entertainment.
Okay, Unorthodox Entertainment. So
Yeah.
tell me, you first creating this brand and then creating this character.
Right. So after Collage Entertainment started to die down, I still had the desire to entertain, to do something.
Wow.
And one thing about me, I like to create opportunities for people, especially using the way that the opportunity was given to me, using it as a guide. So because Collage brought me in and gave me a space to grow and create and be with like-minded people, I formed an author box to do the same thing for other young people who don't have a space to create and to vibe, you know what I mean? And to do what they love. So that's why I created an author box. It was out of giving other people, young people, an opportunity to be creative. And then Bertramo Bubbler came around 2013 when Iman, gospel artist, shout out to Iman, when Iman messaged me, because I used to bring gospel boys, Iman, and gospel artists to my youth group to perform for my youths.
Okay.
Right? So in return, he was like, hey, I'm about to have my first gospel concert. I want you host it. And I looking at him like, babe.
So this was like your first time hosting?
Ever.
Oh.
I told him no the first time, actually. I was like, Miss Daisy out there, she's a host. You know, like Jack Thompson, I think that's his name.
Jack Thompson.
I know if I say that
Might be
right.
shout out Miss Daisy though.
Right.
Therese, I love you.
Right. Me too. I love you too more. A little more. Tony love you. Ivan?
I know you gotta ask her. I know her since I was like a baby.
Miss Daisy, comment. Tell us who you love more. Where was I?
You was hosting your first.
He asked me to host. I tell him no. I said, go to Miss Daisy. She's the host. I dead scared. I never host before. And he was like, just do what you used to do at the youth meetings. Just go on the stage and introduce who next. So after thinking about it, eventually I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I gone up there, hands shaking. I was nervous, dead nervous.
So that's how you get that high pitched voice for that character?
Yeah. Yeah, it always come in next. What end up happening is, you mean for Bertramo Bubbler?
Yeah.
His voice? Bertramo Bubbler's voice is inspired by Bishop Neil T. Ellis. Because when he lost his voice,
that
raspiness.
No, but he lost part of his voice like 10, 15 years ago.
Conspiracy theories. I know. You tell me.
No, but that's not like when I grew up listening to him preach, and his voice didn't always sound like that.
I like the raspiness though.
Yeah.
Sound ordained. Sound deep. Sound safe. You understand what I saying? But the dress code of Bertramo Bubbler was inspired by Dynamite Daisy. The mixed match colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
The voice was inspired by Bishop Neil C. Ellis.
Okay.
And then the platform was provided by Iman, just asking me, just do what you do at your meetings, introduce who come next, and you'll be fine. And then he said, you can put something in my pocket. When he said, I was like, all right. I ain't got no job. I don't work. I can use that little coin, you know, what's going on. So I gone up there. I did that. And after that, people keep asking me, come to my youth meeting, come to my youth meeting, come to this, come to that. And Bertram O'Bubbler was born. At first, his name was Bob. It wasn't Bertram O'Bubbler. But then I learned Daisy. It wasn't just Dynamite. Daisy was like Daisy. Daisy, she spelled it out. Daisy, Agatha, something like each letter had a word.
Something, yeah.
So I stretch out Bob and put Bertram. Then your phone, if your phone was pop down, we say pop down now, but back then we say
you have a bubbler. You have a bubbler car. You got a bubbler phone.
Bubbler. Yeah. And then a middle name that don't make sense. Oh. And that's how Bertram O'Bubbler was born. That's how Unorthodox was born.
Wow. So around this time, this is when you started to somewhat sort of be a little bit more active on social media, because 2013, 2014, Instagram would have had already sort of started to come around, as well as like Vine. And then Twitter and Facebook
I didn't catch the Vine wave. I didn't get active into the Vine wave.
Okay, so but on Facebook it was more so like people, he was making little skits.
YouTube.
Okay.
I was vlogging on YouTube. That's where I was starting to get some traction as well.
Okay.
Doing some vlogs.
So what was like your first time when you were saying, like, you know, you come up with this character and you started hosting, you started to feel like, yeah, that's the motivation to, you know, keep me going with this?
What was the motivation?
Like, whether it was like a video and then you saw how much views and you'd be like, people really like this, or was it more so the hosting?
I think it was that. I don't know which exact video. I think what really made me feel the love of the whole country, and even people in the States and Bahamians abroad, that made me feel like they're watching me, is when I dropped Current After It.
And when that was 2018?
16 or 18. One of them.
It probably was late 16, you know.
The guy, you telling me my dates?
Summer. Because I feel like either 16 or 18.
That's when Current used to go off like every day. I can look it up right now.
Actually, when the low said, yeah, it probably was 16, though, because this was like right before the election. That was
3 years ago. No, I probably just uploaded 3 years ago. Anyways, back then, yeah.
So Current, like when you was like, you know, you was in the car and you just saw.
Start singing.
Okay.
What I sang about was literally what happened. Like I wake up, I go on sleep, and I wake up, and there was a lot of sweat.
So
2018.
Okay, so it was 2018. So we skipping a little bit ahead.
Okay.
All right.
2018.
So we going like. So Bertram O'Bubbler, so did you start like hosting weddings and doing other types of events around this period of time too?
2016 to 2018, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started hosting more requests, church events mostly, and then I started to slip into the weddings and stuff like that. And then I was like, you know what? I like what I do. And it became 2016, 17, 18, 2018. I think around 2018, I did end up switching churches. And after switching churches, I kind of went through this period where it was like, hey, your comedy is more than just getting off in front of the camera and on the mic. Your comedy is healing people, because laughter is healing. You know what I mean? It heals them physically because you're burning calories when you laugh. You know that, right? Spiritually, you're uplifting spirits. Emotionally, if somebody going through something and they laugh, you know, they forget about it for a moment or for a time being. So it became more important to me that I wasn't just, you know, someone just creating content or hosting events. It was around that time when I felt the love of the people. I noticed I was getting a lot of bookings. I was getting respected. Even though I was doing like 3-hour events for like $150 and $200 back then. Wow. Yes, my price is my price. This come from a hard place. You know what it is? They say we could give you a little $100
for 3-4 hours.
3-4 hours you at an event, and they start late.
Wow.
And then the people who supposed to perform ain't show up, so you gotta kind of improvise, and you up there looking like a fool for $100 or food basket. I look sick. You give food basket to people who sick. You know what I was sick with? Not charging what I supposed to charge.
Yeah.
Devalued. That's what I would. I up there talking my white tribe, and you giving me apple and pineapple and orange, and banana was turning brown already. Never, but that was a season. But you always got to start somewhere.
Free.
Sometimes you got to do some things for free just to get the exposure, and then when you start to get the respect, and then you start to when they see the value, then you put the value on the table and be like, all right, y'all love what I do.
Pay that.
I'll have to pay for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a crazy time, crazy experience, crazy transitions.
I feel like I was somewhat at the genesis of that. But we're going to get into that after this quick commercial break. And we're going to be back with more on the 4. Hey.
Is your computer stuck in safe mode because of unsafe downloads? Are you tired of knockoff accessories that leave your device worse than before? Solve those problems and more here at Createch Bahamas, bringing tomorrow's technology to your doorsteps today.
You know, doing the thing for the silver value and the gas station. Like I feel like I've been a part in some form of fashion. I know also you saw your boy top playing online dominoes with Fabian.
Ain't nobody say that thing.
I don't know. I think they boosted it, but I think that
Nobody.
Everything rolling.
Oh, sorry. I didn't nobody say that.
I think when your comedy show. But anyway, we're back.
Yes. I was doing my comedy show. I started my comedy shows and only like 10 people to show up to the first one.
I think I've been to the last one.
Which one? With Anna Douglas at Christ Community Church?
No, I went to the one when y'all had it at the National Training Agency.
Mine?
No, this was
That's
Sawyer Boy, and you was
no,
like
I
the-
talking about my personal one with nobody really came to.
Oh.
The first two. The third one was sold out now, and I had an international guest, but the first two, it's a little struggly. It's a little struggly.
So what got you into the comedy, like saying I can start doing stand-up?
I don't know.
Because there's difference between
it-
being comedic on video and then actually having a routine. And
I think the hosting prepared me for it because outside of calling who next, you kind of have to entertain the crowd, make them laugh, crack a joke or two, entertain them and what's not. So switching over to like, I think it was more so, at first it was in the church where they would give me, you have 10 minutes, make the people laugh. So I kind of had to sit down and prepare a set. And I think it started in Mount Tabor. I did twice in Mount Tabor and then I started doing it at a church. And then outside of that, when I started to connect with like Sawyer Boy and he has his comedy Thursdays, I started touching the mic and
they're
making
getting
people
reps
laugh.
in, and you know.
Just like working on the stand-up. I don't do the stand-up comedy as much. You could catch me hosting and you could catch me on social media, but just standing up telling jokes, no one can really catch me doing that.
I think it was good because with the show where I went to with it was Sawyer Boy last show before like the pandemic, because this was like late 2019, early 2020. And I thought you said was good. I was like, Rom, you almost like the star of the show.
Yeah, no, that I still have that. That's when I was our woman is get ready and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the shoulder fling and right. So I think that to date is my favorite set that I've ever done.
So I thoroughly enjoyed that. But fun fact, the first time I laid eyes on Quay, I was actually getting my first car. And, you know, and this was when you was at
The container port.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know I was a security officer protecting the country. Make it. You see the guns?
You got to put them
No,
away,
why you
bro.
pause? Why you pause? AKA.
Yeah, you straight.
AKA, you see the guns.
Yeah, man, you
tell the
straight.
people in the camera you see the guns. AKA.
Hey, you say you was working at a container port, right?
You can take the board, yeah.
But I see, like, recently you had a commercial where you was talking about the process of the government saying you could bring in stuff free if you have a business.
Right.
Yeah.
At the container port, right?
No.
What was
That was under the dock.
I was under the dock?
Yeah.
But that's still,
You can't carry no cameras in the container port.
wow.
They're
I didn't-
very strict.
I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
that's still like almost like a full circle
Full
moment.
circle, still in the
Yeah,
same
like,
type
that's
of
crazy.
zone. But I was a security officer.
Oh, wow.
protecting the containers and the shipments. But I was in the regular, say police officer.
Security.
Secure.
Yeah, secure.
Because you
Top
had
light.
the jobs when you standing in the sun for hours and you documenting and you letting people and you looking at ID and you giving them access. But I was actually in AC, in a cubicle, doing paperwork. I got the good part of the security work. So, and that's when, in order to bring your car in, you had to come to my window. If I clear your car before at the container port, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Right down below.
In the comments. But I had to stamp your paper. I had to check your paper. I had to collect money too.
I can't remember.
I had to do something for you before you go in the back and get your
I didn't
car.
know your face. You look stressed, and you look like, well, I ain't really gonna be here.
I was. It wasn't like stress because I had easy.
Yes.
It was more frustration because I know I could have been doing more, but I stuck for 9 hours behind a computer.
Wow.
I used to be at my desk. I was very good at doing that work, but I still was doing my own editing at the same time. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
That computer was here, my laptop was here. You know, I was doing my thing, doing that thing because I really loved and desired to create. So at one point I started to get frustrated and I was like, hey, I think my season coming to an end. You know, being a secure, protector of containers,
And your
protector of
cars.
people and clearing cars.
And clearing cars.
So yeah, and then I dip out.
Well, that's a bold move and that's a very inspiring move because oftentimes a lot of people feel like you can't be a full-time social media influencer, content creator, and the bomb is working for yourself, but you broke that mold
Right.
and you doing it at the highest. Like this what it like you basically make the blueprint of this what this look like here.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's interesting because of course, you know, when you're blessed and when there's an ordained path for your life without knowledge and without learning, sometimes God will just take you where you need to go, right?
Yeah.
So without any training or anything like that, people was calling on me to arc and this, arc and that. And then it was like, hey, how you feel like pushing my product for 1 month? And that's when the influencership started to come in. Didn't know nothing but that, charging them, yeah, man, give me a little $20 for 3 years.
$20.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Oh,
That's a
man.
joke. But that's how I just feel when you underprice yourself. Just saying. Just say. And then I started doing the influencership and getting out there and learning what was working and what wasn't working. People responding more to videos than pictures. People responding more to comedy than come
Serious.
down to AKA's Croc shop today. He wearing Crocs. Y'all can't see him, but he wearing Crocs. A Croc shop today. But if you put one funny video, you'll get more traction and more things. So I kind of had to just do it and experiment with it and kind of give myself like a guide or a manual on how to do what I do.
What's your first corporate Bahamas like client? Like first collaboration? Because I'm not sure if it was alive at first.
No,
or-
Cable Bahamas. I
Okay,
did a
so-
Christmas with Cable Bahamas. That was my first. I was like, that's a big deal. Cable Bahamas, a Christmas promotion I did. I went to Freeport to shoot the video.
Oh wow, this was with Kenai. Okay.
Key and I was in a pool, in the ceiling. It was very creative, and that's when it opened my eyes. Like, boy, I could get creative. I could not just watch the commercials on TV and be like, but that was solid. I could actually create that too. You know, we could get creative rather than the same old regular commercials. And I've been trying to do that through my work because, you know, I have like 5,864 commercials out right now.
Yeah, the king of the commercials.
Right. 5,000 commercials. So each one I kind of try to do something like should the budget allow. Try to do something a little different and stuff like that. That's on a horse the other day.
Yeah.
Who else do a commercial with a horse?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Actually, we that almost bring me back to the part of, you know, when we do the Western, I absolutely want you to be in the skit. But where was going?
Let me backtrack on something you was
Yeah,
talking
go
about.
ahead.
Though. You was saying like in terms of like when he's making his content, like it was a bunch of trial and error, right? What like factors or what I guess, measuring sticks you're looking for when you say, all right, this is like, or that doesn't work out? Like, is it something where you listening to what people are saying, or are you trying to like say, okay, because like in the Bahamas, people just say anything sometimes. Like
Right.
you got people who can hate just because it's you.
Yeah.
And then you got people who can listen just because it's you.
Uh-huh.
Like, so like, how do you take it with a grain of salt? How do you like hear the criticism, the compliments, and how do you like take that and, I guess, not change, but adjust your product as you keep growing?
Well, 3 things. One, what it is, it's the Breakfast of Champions feedback.
Yeah.
It's the Breakfast of Champions. So I do that. I ask people around me, how this is. Was this funny? Did you get the point? And stuff like that. And if it don't work, I adjust. All right. I got to change my language. I got to put some visuals on the screen. I got to do something so they get the point. What I always encourage people to do is just put the content out there, whether it's funny or not, whether it hit or not. Just get your vision out.
That's important.
Just get it out, because you never know. It's some of the content that I didn't know was gonna blow up.
Like
that
what?
blew up.
Like what, for instance?
Turn off thread.
Okay, I can see that.
You for it?
I did that because I was bored and current was off. So I went in the car and did a random song and I put it out.
And then boom.
When I say like people from around the world, hey, here in Canada, I used to live in the Bahamas, your song is funny. I remember when I was living there, like around the world, literally.
Wow.
What you record the song on?
He was recording on
phone.
his phone.
And I perch it on the steering wheel
Yeah.
and I record that.
Wow.
A
I-
phone.
like, you know.
Put it out there. I don't go by. One thing what could throw you off, if you look at likes and shares, that could throw you off. I feel like Facebook algorithms sometimes
wonky.
just throw numbers there just to make you feel like, yeah. One or two people look at it. There was only 2 people, but we could tell you 23.
Yeah.
You want more? Slide us one little $23.
Yeah, that'll show me off. Like even on Twitter, you would see like 500 viewers, right? With only like 70 likes.
Right.
Like-
But I learned at a very early stage to not watch that. Now, if you get likes and shares, it can look good.
Yeah.
It can look good. But when you put out a video, what used to solidify it for me is when I put out a video and it don't do as good as I thought it would do. It don't get over 100 likes. And I go out on the streets and people walking up to me, telling me they like it or quoting it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that's it.
y'all just didn't want to press the like button.
Yeah, because even when you say,
Right.
yeah, even what you say with Spider-Way, I was like, oh, you seen her before?
Spider-Man, though, just sitting there. See a Spider-Man in the mama.
But I forgot that. So when did the name Quay come about?
I just was telling someone this today.
Yeah.
So
Because it was always Bertram or
Bubbler.
Yeah.
And I wanted to. Bertram Bubbler was supposed to be the gospel side of hosting. No, not the gospel. Bertram Bubbler is supposed to be hosting. When I host the event, my character is Bertram Bubbler. When I do Bahamian curated content to appeal to Bahamian and to appease to Bahamians, I wanted a different name, like Sawyer Boy, King Cloud, Top, Christian Adam G. So I wanted to come up with a name. And I was cycling through a couple names, going on YouTube and looking at other people's names, trying to put my name in it. It's Quay. Call me Quay. Quay. And I was like, no, that don't even sound right. No one, don't ever call me Quay. And then Quaker's Oats.
Quaker's Oats.
I almost was officially going to name myself Quaker's Oats. Because my auntie is calling me that.
Quaker's Oats.
It's bittersweet for me. I like it. But
You should still trademark that name.
What, Quaker's Oats?
Yeah.
It could be like
Quaker's
a nickname,
Oats.
yeah.
Yeah. Or name it for something, some product or something.
we can see.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, it's Quay. That's Quay. That's Quay. That's Quay. That's Quay. And I just did it I just put it as Das Quay when I made the page, and that was that.
Murder, She Wrote.
I was almost Quaker Oats, boy. Like them oats, boy, with the cinnamon.
But what
freaking out.
most people don't know is that in the past, I have done numerous projects with you.
Yes, yes.
Let's talk about some of those
This
projects.
is the man behind the camera, not in front of the camera. And I had the privilege of working with
I mean, we did the org transparency campaign when you came to set. Like you had food poisoning.
I had food poisoning on the set.
Yeah,
which
bro,
one?
That was when we came to the COS Institute on Soldier Road, and you came in sick on a Sunday. And like we had to like literally like reschedule a shoot because you was just coming from Cat Island and you ate something.
Yeah. I had breakfast on the way back and my belly burst. My belly said, "You beast." My belly break right down. And then we did, what else we did? The plastic band.
We did the plastic band with the whole like
Before
Q&A in the streets with, rest in peace, the ladies.
The ladies, man. Go on to him. Dead serious question, How do you feel about the plastic ban? There's no more plastic going to be in the country, plastic for plastic this. It got to be biodegradable. And I think he left us speechless because
He was like, make condom out of like plastic ain't good. Make condom out of something like in a metal or something.
Make condom out of metal.
Yeah.
I don't know how enjoyable that'd be for either body.
Let's pause right there. We need to unpack. Now the ladies man always had some good advice, right? He was always clever with the words. He had the lines. He was ready. He said, "Bad woman is give him gas, make him boom." Like he used to say a lot of silly things, but it's like, but that was clever. But ladies man, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Make condoms
Out of metal.
out of metal. Think about that. Sterling silver condom. Right? Anyway, I think you understand where I'm coming from.
And then, we had a couple others. We, did the super value one where you was, how you park. Whether you park in a
parking
box.
boy.
Yeah, tipping the
Tip the
park.
parking boy. Y'all tip the parking boy. Says boy card, man. Send them home with a little dollar or something like that.
It was probably a couple of like a voiceover work. We recently did the thing. I don't think the Department of Securities. Was it securities or
We do a
statistics?
lot of work. Recently,
yeah.
the census.
Yeah, the census one.
Recently did the census. We did a lot of work together using the brain behind the camera. But and also in front of you. Versatile, multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, but it's incredible. And then you fight this battle where transparent moment. You fight this battle with all of the great content that is created and the opportunities that is afforded. You fight this battle of, wait, what if one day? It might be happening now and I don't know, but I can't tell because the
You're in a
requests
moment.
still coming through.
Yeah,
right.
you're in a moment.
What if one day everybody like, Quay again? We done see Quay too much times. You all over the place. But I feel like there was one point. I don't have TV. I have a TV, but I don't watch TV, right? But I feel like there was a point where 3 commercials were run back to back, and all of them was me. And I kind of like, some people get lost in the moment and be like, babe, it is what it is. But I kind of like even monitor that and be like, babe, I want burn myself out or I want overdo it.
Oversaturate the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Even when I try to pull back, people take it and put it on TV or put it out and stuff like that. I only want you to do one little video for me. So you do one little video thinking it only hitting Facebook. It blow up. So now 3 videos blow up and stuff like that. So I think how I combat that is actually trying to do different stuff. So I about to do a lot. You know about Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
I about to do a Tiny Desk like live concert.
Okay.
As a comedian,
Yeah, I think I saw
artists.
you with homegirl
Judah
from.
and Charissa.
Yeah.
Judah the Lion and Charissa. I'm not a singer, but I hit a couple tunes, so I'm like, you know what? Let me do something different. Let me put out a song, and I let Sammy Star sign me up to become a legit artist. So I'm not just a comedian entertainer. I'm an artist, signed, official.
Okay.
Just for the heck of it, just exploring what more can I do? Stage plays.
Yeah, I saw you. I think I went to a play you did with what's it, Bahamian Trip?
Raquel's play. When we was the Joneses.
Yeah, I remember that. I went to that play.
That play is actually the play that got. Remember, I just came from South Carolina.
Yeah.
That play is actually the play that made the lady who does the plays in the States fall in love with me.
Okay. So, because you did actually just do a whole tour in South Carolina. So how was that experience?
That was really good. Growing up, during my tenure as a entertainer, people would randomly ask me, when you going to Hollywood? First of all, don't ask me that. I don't think I want to go to Hollywood. Hollywood has changed a lot of people, and it's very tough, very hard.
And it ain't easy to
Right,
last.
it ain't easy. Right. So I also had a fear of going to the States because I'm like, what if the people don't understand me or find me funny? What if they can't understand my lingo? So I always used to kind of shy away or back away from it. Until this acting, I didn't have to be a stand-up comedian. I just had to act. Put me on the stage, I can love myself. Put a mic in my hand, I can love myself. So with this, putting my foot in the water and getting some exposure in the States, this is definitely a blessing that I didn't see coming. And it was good, big.
That's good. So how did you get to even you producing your own TV show and actually making a hit song?
Which one this is?
No, the TV show. You have
Broke
a TV.
Bosses?
Yeah.
No, I was asked to be a part of Broke Bosses. I didn't create the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's actually Janico, Bright Light Entertainment's Janico Pratt, actor extraordinaire, who plays T, my counterpart, my best friend in the show. He actually came up with the show and asked me to be a part of it. So it wasn't produced by me, but off the chains. Great experience. Cable saw, we released it for social media, and someone from Cable saw it and asked us if they could buy it to put it on TV.
Oh, wow.
So that's how that happened.
That's crazy.
Because we had all the episodes online.
Already?
And
Oh,
they was
so
like,
it was already...
They was like, we won't buy it. Take it offline. We won't put it on TV. And we was like, all right. They was like, how much? We was like, how much do you charge for TV shows? We don't know. But that was off the chain, though.
That's good.
2 seasons.
And is there a third one coming?
We want to. We weigh in options. We're trying to see where everything is at right now.
Because I saw you was putting out some advertisement for a next web TV show.
I'm coming up with a web show called Clock In.
Okay.
Very soon, maybe next week. You know what? No more procrastinating, Quay. Next week.
Big announcement.
Big announcement. Next week, ladies and gentlemen. When is it coming out?
Probably next week.
This week, because I have to say it in the time that it's okay.
Yeah.
In a few days, I will be launching my web series. It's kind of like a pilot.
Okay.
It's 4 episodes, and it's a pilot to see if people like it. But inspired by Dirty Jobs and a show I watch on YouTube, Mashing One. It's called Clock In, where I go on different people's jobs and I work there for a day and see what it takes to do what they do every day.
Okay, that's
actually pretty solid.
That's
I
solid,
want to see that.
Yeah. So I got a company, one of my friends of mine, Jamie, shout out to Jamie, to produce 4 episodes for me. And I'm going to put it out. And if people love it, I go and enter it full time.
That'd be solid.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So y'all look out for it.
Who made you think of that?
Huh?
Who gave you the idea?
Wanting to do other stuff rather than just...
Yes.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole trying to diversify.
Trying to do, right.
You know, because that's smart, because a lot of people aren't self-aware. They'll milk something until one day they wake up. Why ain't nobody calling my phone no more? Now
That's
you
almost
gotta
like TikTok.
Yeah.
When one video blow up, they do it over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
It's for me, like, it's eye-opening to hear you talk about it in that kind of sense. Cause like you hear like athletes talk about that. Like, okay, this year I couldn't shoot, so next summer or summer come, I gonna work on my jumper. Cause if they come out the same player, they ain't know how to guard me. Like, and he's thinking the same way. Like if I stay in the same lane or I keep making the same jokes, eventually they can get tired of me.
Right.
And I think
And
like
I
you
can
say,
get bored.
Like exactly, you say like that's a level of self-awareness I don't think most creators have.
They don't, because you be like very hard right now, and everybody get wrapped up in this, and ego be big. And I could get to the ego part, but let's just pivot right back to making a song, the gold medal song, and you going around the bamboo shop, gold
In our belly.
Yeah.
The Shawnee's song, Shawnee's anthem was when she won the whatever meet that was.
No, that was the Olympics.
The Olympics.
My boy said
My
whatever
boy said
meet.
with meat. Yeah, I think him for bamboo.
Oh man.
Man. So she won the Olympics, and that's when she gapped them.
Yeah.
And I was driving on Gladstone Road, and people just was talking about it. And just like Turn Off Dread, just like Heat Stroke, which is another song I have, just like the other songs, you just driving and the song just hit you out of nowhere. Like literally the words just come out of nowhere, and you have a song in your head.
And you record that song like in 2 hours.
I pull on the side of the road in a church yard.
Yeah.
I set up my camera in the cup holder, and I just beat on the steering wheel, and I gold in our belly, country on our back.
Hey.
If you race with Shawnee, just know that you'll get gap. And when I post it online, just
Give me
for,
the gap.
just for fun, you know.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Driving home, by the time I get from Fire Trail to where I live, I ain't gonna say my area. You know what? Come looking for me. Like 30-minute drive. I go on back to the comments. Make this a song. No, seriously, Jagwe. But go in the studio. People, artists messaging me, but that's all it. But like, go in the studio. So I reach out to D-Mark, Sammy Star, and Dyson Knight, and got some ideas and got some asked some questions on how's the best way to do it. Sammy Star took it and produced it, and it started playing on radio. And the Shawnee song is there, which will be one of my songs that I'll be singing at my concert, my live recorded concert. But yeah, it has hit you, but when it hits you, you just got to do it. But
Give me the gap. What's the gap? Because I was watching you record it. It's like, wait, this way ain't no curfew. It's 9 o'clock.
No. I was live with Sammy Star.
Yeah.
And it was curfew. But I know, you got to know where the ops is be and don't be, you see? But I had to pass them all. So it's like, I probably get catch.
Yeah.
I probably get catch. But there wasn't no day yet. So I was able to slide straight home after we record. Shout out to Sammy Star.
shout
My
out.
boy.
So ego, because you seem throughout this whole process, full of self-awareness and egoless, to the point where I seen, you even sort of start collaborating with other up-and-coming creators like Azeneo and others. And I looked at that from afar and was like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Right.
You like, yeah, I hard right now, but let me bring someone else up here with me. And
It goes right back to me always unorthodox, creating opportunities and giving other people a platform to do what they love. So the Deja Vu, the Saj, the young people nobody know, but I see him on TikTok before. I know somebody from TikTok. Seasoned actors who ain't doing nothing right now because ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
But you free? Come be in this thing with me, man. But I got like 8 commercials lined up, but you free? Come be in this way. Come co-star in this way. You know what I mean? I tried to get you to be the main star, but it's like, no, we want you, Quay. So I was like, okay, I could bring somebody in. I could write it where I could have somebody in on it and kind of give them a platform as well. I'm not selfish on my journey. There's enough bread on the table for everybody to eat, enough corn for everybody to make. There's no reason to hog it. There's no reason to be selfish. When I too busy for weddings and stuff like that, I send out numbers for people who's hosts, check any of them, see if they free, and then you straight. Like, I am not that guy.
And I admire that, because that's the whole emphasis behind what I do. Like, spread the love. Everybody can eat. You don't have to be a hog and be like top of the hill and kick people down just to maintain.
And sadly, there are people out there like that. Like,
Yeah.
they try to take everything to the point where they
Sabotage you.
themselves. They sabotage themselves. They gotta cancel this. They gotta cancel that. They can't make this. They stand this one up, and then us now gotta kind of come in and save the day. Like, oh, they cancel on me last minute and be like, okay, I free or I ain't free, but let me find you someone to host your event. So yeah, but it's enough. Too much people. 10 people is getting married one day on a Saturday.
For real.
It's only like ADOS out there. Lady Diva, Eric, Sawyer Boy, me, Wellington, Demetrius. Like it's so much of them out there where all us could get a function.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there being selfish
and self-centered.
I understand.
I
It
understand.
ain't make no sense.
For real. So what's your what's your next steps, and we get your final words?
My next steps is, like I say, the concert. I don't do that. I don't sing, but I'm gonna have fun with this. The web series. My continual effort to help small businesses. I don't know if you see.
I see that like you have different promotions.
I do a lot of
depending-
promotions to give small businesses exposure and get them new customers and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna continue to give back and to explore different avenues and just watch where God takes me next, because the international door is opening now. So I'm just excited. Whatever you put in front of me, I just do the best I could with it. That's where I stand.
Yeah, and that's all you could do. But thank you again, that's
Appreciate
Quay,
it.
for coming
Appreciate
through
it.
on Erryting Kool.
I'm so hungry. My belly's bubbling.
Until next time, we get link. Yeah, see.
Your beast.